So my name is Ian Knockholds for Devizes Town YouTube channel, and I'm delighted to be joined by three very important members of Devizes Town Football Club, Tom, Graham and David. I'm going to leave it to you to introduce yourselves. So Tom, can you tell us who you are and what your role is here at the club?
Yeah, so I'm Tom Perkins. I'm one of the co-chairmen here. We've been here for just going into our third season now, and I kind of oversee a bit of a general overseer of everything, really.
Graham.
My name's Graham Enderby. I'm a trustee at the football club and I do the security up here as well.
And David.
I'm in charge of maintenance and general building works for the club.
Well, we're here today to celebrate the installation of a brand new pitchside fence. David, I know you had a lot to do with that project. What was the vision and how long did it take you to get that project literally off the ground?
Well, I think if you go back to when Tom and Dan took over the club, which was that's about 2 seasons ago now, there's a lot of work to do here at the club, and the pitchside barrier was one of them. It was instigated really by a health and safety audit that we had undertaken at the club for absolutely everything. So for the stand, for the pitchside barrier, for all the buildings around the ground. And one of the items that they identified was actually the pitchside barrier, and pointing out that it was rusty, it was loose, it was dangerous. So it's dangerous not only to the public, but it was dangerous to the players as well. So it was high up there on the agenda. We recently have put in place a risk register, and it pretty much came to the top. So it's also got, not only has it been done for health and safety reasons, obviously it looks extremely good. It's elevated the club, and I'd like to think not only will it attract more spectators, it'll attract more players. Maybe in the future higher level players. So yeah, lots of reasons that it's been undertaken. Yeah.
How long from sort of the idea that you wanted to do it through the application process? We're going to have a chat with Tom in a minute, a little bit about sort of getting the grants and that sort of thing. But I mean, you know, from idea to sort of delivery, how long was that?
Well, it's been talked about for nearly 2 years, but the reality of it was that it's actually quite simple to get off the ground. So it's been a 2-year process that we started getting quotes from different companies to do the work, and we had them ready in our budget, but then it sort of moved on more recently and we decided to action it. So we actually went out and got another quote, and I would say probably 6 months at most. I'd say 6 months, you know, from when we got that final quote to then making the application, and here we are with it finished today. You know, so it's quite a simple process, in all honesty.
Excellent, thanks very much. Now, Tom, the $65 million question is how many millions of dollars does it take to pay for this fence?
Well, it's an extremely large amount of money, so hence why it's taken 2 years. You know, we started with not a lot. We've actually built that pot over the past couple of years. So the total cost of the whole, obviously there's lots of different various fences you can get. You can get plastic, steel, different designs. We opted to go for this particular design. The total cost was, to us, with all the various gates and everything else that we've had installed here, was $38,000 plus VAT, so a very, very large amount of money. This wouldn't have been possible without Tony, our grant and commercial lead, who went through the grant application process with the Premier League Stadium Fund, where 70% of that total cost was funded. So the total cost to the club was around about 11,000 to 12,000 plus the VAT. So again, it's still a significant amount of money. This, of course, wouldn't have been possible without huge support from sponsors, from committee members, from fans, whether they're paying to get in to watch the games, whether they're putting money behind the bar, from the events that we hold up here. You know, going back from over 12 months ago to the Euros fan zone that we had, it's generated us a significant amount of money. So all these things add up and all went into the pot. Obviously we have our running costs on a monthly basis, so it took a while to get to our £11,000 to £12,000. A big chunk of this money was set aside through the biggest sponsorship deal that was done for the club just a few short months ago, which was headed up by Jamie Gale. We renamed the ground the Grist Environmental Ground. So Marcus, Adam, Nigel and Paul at Grist Environmental, they were huge contributors to that chunk of money for ourselves. And yeah, if we're going to continue progressing as a club, both on and off the pitch, all of these people will be vitally important.
Now, Graham, one of your important jobs on a match day is obviously to secure the safe passage of the players from the changing room to the pitch, and that is one of the key functions of the new fence. It's not just pitchside perimeter, we have got the fence going all the way to the changing rooms. Could you just demonstrate how the different interchangeable gates work and how the tunnel will be created?
So this will secure players coming through.
And how does this compare to what you have been doing for the last few seasons?
Holding on to the gates and stopping people going through.
But it looks really smart, doesn't it? And I think
it'll be superb for everybody, especially for the players. Stop them getting mobbed when they walk in and walk out. So once that's over, come back in. Gates are open. You want to do it right?
Well, now's the time to practice.
So there you go. So that secures everybody. There you go.
Excellent stuff.
And
excellently demonstrated as well. Now, Dave, before we wrap up, this is obviously just one of the projects that you mentioned that's been going on at the clubs. What will the fans look forward to seeing next? What's next on your list?
Well, I think they're going to have a shock when they come up here tomorrow for the match. Genuinely, it's generated a lot of interest, even amongst my older friends, myself, everyone. You know, I've been sharing photos. It's going to be huge, and that is going to drive things on without a doubt. We've got a new scoreboard going in, which I think is going to look amazing. 5 meters wide, I guess just as high, behind the goal sometime next week. Sponsored by Audrey Law from Devizes. It's going to look wonderful. Again, it's going to be a bit of a game changer. Our next project after that, we've got an ongoing project which is our Skittle Alley, which is also going to be the home of darts for darts players in Wiltshire, we hope. And also the pool league, so that's actually ongoing as well in the clubhouse. New roof for the clubhouse, fire doors for the clubhouse, and then we'll probably be looking more at the infrastructure for ground accreditation going up a level. We are going to get promoted this season, yeah, we'll be looking more at roads, pathways, access into the site, fencing, that type of thing. And the big white elephant, as you know only too well, which is the boxing gym, which, you know, belongs to the football club, is actually in very good condition under the surface. So again, an area that we'd like to develop, because we'd like to develop future events in there, you know, which is, I'm all about infrastructure. I want to put all the infrastructure in place, allowing us to make money to then spend on the footballing side. So yeah, there's a few things that are, you know, following on. They're all on our risk register. They're all on our monthly board meetings. You know, what are we going to do next? And we've got a little bit of momentum going at the moment, you know, with the Skittle Alley and the pitchside barrier and the scoreboard. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Excellent stuff. Now, of course, all of those projects, Tom, couldn't happen without the support, not only of the fans, obviously, you pay through the turnstiles, but also the sponsors who support the club.
No, absolutely. As I alluded to earlier, that, you know, vitally important. Just before we do finish up, I don't want to forget the help that went on before the fence was installed. We had a number of committee members coming up to take out the old fence, which was a huge job in itself. It'd probably been in here for 50, 60 plus years. We had players' parents, Mark Bowyer, come up and helped. We had a local farmer, Nick Oram, come and helped. We had a local ground worker contractor, Henry Timmis, who lent his machinery on a Saturday for us.
And time.
And all this time coming up and operating the digger for us, because it was a real big job. So all those people behind the scenes before the fence was put in were vitally important as well. But yeah, going forward, obviously we have loads more space now to, if you're interested in an advertising board, please get in contact through various social media channels. Just ask on the bar, come and see me, speak to Jamie Gale. We've got loads and loads of room to advertise your businesses now. But yeah, everyone really is important. Whether it's a sponsor, people coming to pay on match day, and also we have a large committee. People tend to ask, how do you manage to do all these things as well? We've got a committee consisting of 20-25 people that all do various roles, lend their time for free. So yeah, like that's how we're moving forward as a club.
Excellent stuff. Now, Graham, I know you are a long-suffering Devizes Town fan, like the rest of us, and we've had to endure some difficult times in the recent past. But now the team, the performance of the team on the pitch, and the feel of the ground off of it start to reflect the success that we want to bring the football club of Devizes Town. It's an exciting time. It's an optimistic time, isn't it? It must make you smile every time you come down here.
Well, to me personally, when I go around town over the weekend having a drink, all the club has talked about it all the time. How's it going? That looks brilliant. You know what I mean? So there is a massive buzz around the club and around town as itself. So I keep saying to them, come up, have a day. People who haven't been here but to talk about it, to come up, you'll see a difference. And that's what we all look forward to, you know what I mean? Filling this 500-600 every week. The ground's here, the new barriers are here. We got a good team. Fingers crossed we do the business this year. A few little niggling injuries, but Chris has got it under control, as they say. So, over the years, the buzz is massive in Devizes now about the club.
I know you follow the team home and away, so you must be very proud when those sides that you visited come here and see the facilities that the club have got today.
Me personally, I think it's one of the better clubs around. It's we, as Perky say to you, we go to all the away games, and some of the state of the grounds and some of it is not very good, but we come back here, and yes, occasionally I do moan about the club, but occasionally, most of the time. But we're getting things done, and now it's looking the part, and whoever comes up here, especially away teams, should be proud of what we've done.
Excellent stuff. Now, before I let you gentlemen go, we are going to have a very quick look around the Grist Environmental Stadium. We can see the clubhouse over there, and of course the pitchside barrier that goes all the way around. Tom, Graham and David, thank you very much for your time, and I think the only way we can finish this off is by saying up the town.
Cheers Ian, thank you.
Cheers, Ian.